Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. This video is about reminding yourself who you are constantly, daily, man. Everybody knows that I have a problem. Well, yeah, I have a problem with alcohol, right? I've been sober ever since my birthday, the day after my birthday, actually, March 31st, and it is the 12th today. So, of course, my woman has been on this journey with me. She's been there when I was really deep in my alcoholism at that time. A couple months ago, we got together in November, and it's April now. So, from November, I started drinking again in like December ish. So, for the past 3, 4 months, bro, I just been just wilding out on the alcohol side, right? And she has gotten used to dealing with me in that state. Out of the we met in May, so from May to out of the almost year that we've known each other, I've only been consistently sober for 2 months, right? So she's gotten used to being able to get away with specific things, talk to me a specific way, expect me to react and emotionally respond in specific ways, spend my money in specific ways, have certain little habits and things like that. And now that I'm getting back to my original divine sober self, I have to consistently remind her, like, you can't do this, you can't do this, you have to do this, because you fell in love with the sober me. You fell in love with the me that had enough willpower and self discipline to just stop drinking cold turkey and show you who I actually am as a man. That's who you fell in love with. That's why you wanted me to ask you to be my woman. And there's little things like memories, behaviors, things like that. I have to constantly remind her, look, you were able to get away with that. You were able to say certain things and I wouldn't pick up on it. You were able to behave specific ways because I was drunk, because I didn't care, because I didn't love myself as much as I do now, because I wasn't working out, because I was eating meats, because I was skipping days off of work, because I wasn't taking care of my hygiene properly. Right now, I'm taking a break from cleaning up. My face is shiny because I put some psychic oil of it. Shout out to Alchemy Arts on the north side of Chicago. This is my cleaning wear. I do have to shave and take care of all of that. I'm off for the next 2 days, so I'm good, man. But you have to constantly remind these people, especially when you are on semen retention, which I'm on semen retention ever since my birthday. When you are working out, when you are doing overtime, and when you are quitting specific habits. If you have to remind those people consciously, what do you think you have to do to yourself subconsciously every single day? Every day I wake up and I've been doing this affirmation for about 4 days. It's amazing. I think, I act, I I think, I act, I operate and I govern like. Okay, you could say the highest version of myself. You can say a god or a goddess, or you could say God or Jesus. You could say alpha male, alpha woman, what have you. But you have to keep yourself in remembrance who you are. Why do you think I have the Tahuti? Because that is who I endeavor to embody. Why do you think I have Sachet, his wife? Because that's my woman. That's who she embodies. Sachet speaks knowledge into Tahuti's ear, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding into his ear, and he regurgitates it and preaches it to the world. Okay? Why do you think I have a lot of symbols? I got the Sekhmet, I got the Ampu, I got the X, Nirvana. I have all these symbols around me constantly to keep me on my path, bro. Another thing that I do want to touch on is something that a lot of us struggle with, which is the self. And in pop culture, we are taught that we need to know the self as much as possible. I'm going to give you the loophole for that. If you're watching this video right now, you probably saw the video that I had speaking about planning on being happy. And in that video, I said, yes, for you to have a plan, for you to create that master plan, which you can affirm that every morning to your subconscious mind. I am now commanding my subconscious mind to come up with a master plan that will guarantee these specific results. Okay, day two, I'm working on it, but it feels like my subconscious mind is cooking it, and we're gonna come out with that 10K a month. So, for you to make that master plan, what do you need? You need clarity. That's number one. You need clarity. You need the fire. That's why the zodiac starts with Aries, fire, gang. You need clarity, that third eye. You need to know. What do you need to know? You need to know when you want to do this. You need to know where you want to do this. You absolutely have to know why. Why would be the earth? Why is the foundation? Why you want to do your intentions, your desires, your focus, which is the why. And above all, you need to know what you already have, what you're already equipped with, your skills, what you're already good at, what you already want to do, what you already have the capability of doing. Now, the loophole lies in you don't have to know the self that you are right now. Nobody is telling us. That's where the little secret is. You don't need to know yourself right now. You can recreate yourself and then know that self. You can do that with what's called cybernetics. Okay, and what that is understanding that what you feel about yourself, what you think about yourself, what you understand about yourself, what you know about yourself, the wisdom that you have on the self, is ultimately what you're going to attract and how you're going to respond to life and what you're going to go forward with. Okay, a lot of us self-sabotage because consciously you're chasing something, but subconsciously you don't think you deserve it. You self-sabotage your relationships because, nah, man, this can't be real. This chick is way too bad for me, bro. And she's not belligerent every day, and she can follow instructions, and she doesn't have any kids, and she's under the age of 32, and she got a license. Or this dude he has a six pack, he's over 6 foot, he has a job, no kids, doesn't live at home with his mom. You don't think and understand that you actually deserve the circumstances that you're in, so you self-sabotage because of what you actually feel about you, what you for real subconsciously think about yourself, even with your jobs, your health, your body. People that are depressed tend to not take care of themselves because they don't feel like they should be clean. They don't feel like they deserve to be clean. People do a lot of things to their mind, bodies, and souls because subconsciously they don't feel like they deserve it. If you don't feel like you deserve it, affirm you deserve it. Change what you actually look like. You can change it. You don't have to know the self that you are right now. Completely, you got to know a little something about yourself to know what you need to change and to be able to use your strengths and avoid using your weaknesses or avoid scratching your weaknesses when you're on this path of recreating yourself and reminding yourself who you are. It certainly, helps. The more positive things that you know about yourself, the better. I made a list when I was making my plan about 2 weeks ago. No, this is before I went. This is before my birthday. No, this was after my birthday. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning on my off day. On Tuesday, last week actually, I'm tweaking. And on one side, I was writing all the good things about myself. And I got stuck at 3. All my strengths. I got stuck at 3, bro. 3. And I said, you know what? Since I can't think of any good things, my strengths, let me write down my weaknesses. I wrote down like 20 in like less than 5 minutes. That's not a good thing. We're on this journey together. Of course, I'm not perfect. I appear to not be very the opposite of perfect. Very flawed. It's okay. Working on it. But if you can relate, bros, if you can relate, you don't need to know yourself as much as you think. You need to know literally probably two things in specific areas. I'm not gonna give you those two things. I'm not gonna give you those areas. Hypothetical. Let's just say for me, I need to know two good things mentally. I'm creative, and I store information pretty well, and I speak well. Not a very good communicator, but I do speak well. That's two different things. Physically, I have a lot of stamina. I'm 4 out of 10 strength, I would say, maybe five for somebody my height and my weight, maybe 5 or 6. I'm not overly strong, and I don't have to sleep that much. Emotionally, I'm not very empathetic, but I can appear to be empathetic. A lot of times when people say you're such a good listener, I'm not actually listening. Okay, and I give okay advice. Things like that. So mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, okay? Two things. You can use those two things to transform your life. Not overnight. Not overnight. But you can use those things to transform your life slowly. Look at where your discipline is, look at where your motivation is. But always stay in remembrance of what you are, where you are. You don't need to know why you are. Not right now. Because sometimes knowing why you are will keep you stuck. I'm like this because when I was growing up, I ripped my sock and then I just hated nails. So that's why I don't have a house. Like, no, you don't need to. That's not even important, bro. That's not important. What you do need to do is keep yourself in remembrance. Just like you keep your childhood friends. Hey, bro, you can't talk to me like that. Don't do that. But I'm not 17, bro. I will smack the face off your face, bro. I'm not 17. I know the last time we kicked it was and this, and that happened. But I'm not 17. I'm only in town for a couple days. Stop being like that. I came over here to visit you and my family, and you want to do this? You don't remember in what's that movie, Goodfellas, when dude told Nicky to get his shine box? It could happen. It could be that. It could go there. You know what I mean? That's not funny, but yes, that's the secret. That's the tip, man. That is the tip. You don't need to know yourself right now. Recreate yourself and get to know that person. You do need to know like 8 things about you, 8 strengths. Play with that. Affirm every day. I have these papers all over my house like a crazy, but like a schizophrenic axe murderer. But it helps though. It helps. I got another sigil for Tahuti. I got Anubis, Set, Sekhmet, little dream board stuff all over the place. Vegeta, Goku, Jane Mansfield, one of my mentors, Nipsey Hussle. I do have a picture of Jesus, an Ankh, Eye of Horus and Ra, all kind of stuff. XXX Tentacion, like you saw. 2 pictures of Nipsey Hussle. I just realized that like a couple months ago. Soldier Boy, Kurt Cobain, Papa Legba, and I got $100 bills on my wall, man. Rich stuff, man. Who can tape $100 bills on their wall and not spend them? Can you do that? Exactly. So recreate yourself, bro. Aaron Moses, I'm gonna tell you a big secret. I don't actually act like Aaron Moses all the time. When I say, yo, what up, it's Aaron Moses, that's an invocation to my imaginary friend, bro. Aaron Moses doesn't exist. My real name is Aaron Hister, okay? Aaron Hister and Aaron Moses is two different people. Aaron Moses is a character that I created in my mind, bro, just for you guys. This is not even the Aaron Moses that you're used to, because I'm cleaning up right now, and I just needed to stop and give this PSA to the people. Okay, you don't have to know yourself. The thing about it is, I'm gonna just leave you with this. Actually, I shouldn't, but I will. I might not. But when I was growing up, bro, I hated myself. And to this day, I really don't like myself. I'm not like super duper in love with myself as much as people think I am. Oh, you're a narcissist. You're arrogant. You're stupid because you believe that I'm like this on camera when nobody's really like that in real life. And if they are, they probably have some kind of mental health issues. Okay? But no, I hated myself, bro. I hated myself so much that even a couple years ago, when I was meditating and I asked the gods what kind of ritual I should do for the winter solstice, they told me that I need to celebrate myself, and I was damn near cried, bro. For real. Because I was thinking, bro, why would I celebrate a loser? I live in a hotel. I just got out of jail. My BM is shaped like a hula hoop, and she looks like our real monsters. I don't want to celebrate myself. I make 13.50 an hour. I don't have a car. I need to take a shower. Like I was just going real down bad on myself, bro. For real. And it just really upset me. Like that's always been my mentality, bro. Why would I want to get to know somebody that is a loser? That's a loser. That's why I always had identity issues. I thought I was this. I thought I was this. I could just listen to this song and be this person. I don't have to be Aaron. I don't have to be the person that people ignore and shun and make fun of and I don't have to be that guy. I could just listen to Jeezy and I could be Jeezy. I could just listen to Gucci and I could be Gucci. I could just watch Scarface and be Scarface. I could just watch Shadas and be Mad Max. I could just do whatever. And as long as I could just smoke some weed and be Jimi Hendrix. Whatever I had to do to not be me, that's what I did. That's what I did. And I'm just still not used to being in that space. Just like I told you guys. Why no friends? Because the people who try to get close to me, the people who accept me for who I am, I don't trust them. Because why would you want to be friends with me? Why would you want to be friends with somebody with no car, with crooked teeth, that dresses like a teenager? Why? Either you want something, you're trying to finesse me, or you don't really like me. You're trying to get something, or you're trying to harm me. And if you authentically do like me, I don't trust you because that means you make bad decisions. You don't see all these red flags. You don't see all these red flags. So I don't want to be friends with you. Okay? That's not a good mentality to have. But that is what led me to doing so much research on the self and the psychology of the self image and the information I'm giving you right now. Sadly, some of the best things are created from depression and obsession. So X was mostly right. Depression and obsession don't mix well, but sometimes they mix perfectly. You get what I'm saying? So if you feel like that, if you felt like anything that I just described, I don't want to know myself because I'm so this and I'm so this and I don't have any friends. Even my parents didn't want to be my parents because I'm just unparentable. I'm just unlovable. If you feel like that for real, that's sad. I know what that feels like. I feel like that every day. But you have hope, bro. Be yourself. Wasn't isn't that the worst thing somebody could say to you? I don't have any friends. I like this girl mm. And what do they say? Just be yourself. You're like, I don't like myself. I don't love myself. If I loved myself, then I would know how to socialize. Duh. It hurts, I know. But I'm here to tell you. Watch my video on why just be yourself is horrible advice for some people. The only reason, if you don't love yourself, if you don't like yourself, the only time you should be yourself is when you're trying to change yourself. And then even then, that's going to be a hindrance to your personal growth. So you don't have to be yourself if you don't want to. I would suggest not trying to be someone else that exists. You have to make up an imaginary friend. You might even have to rename yourself and tell people to call you something different. I'm not trying to tell you to go into a DID, dissociative identity disorder, paranoid schizophrenic episode. Don't do that. But my real name is Aaron Deshaun Hister. I just took off the Deshaun Hister and replaced it with Moses. That's pretty close. I still have a good understanding that Aaron Moses is a character. Aaron Deshaun Hister is a real person with a social security number, and if you cut him, he will bleed properly. Okay? If your name is Sean, don't tell people to start calling you John. Actually, that might not be that bad. But if your name is Sean, don't tell people to call you Steve. Steven Danger. Don't tell people to call you Steve Danger. That sounds kind of hard though. But don't tell people to call you Steve Danger if your name is Sean. You might want to change it. Tell people to call you Sean Danger or S Boogie. Some I couldn't think of anything that quick because my name's not Sean. But a name change, bro. A nickname like Big U. There's a difference. Now there's not a difference between Eugene and Big U, but I'm sure there was a huge difference between Big U and Eugene. Keep it simple. But yeah, that's it, guys. If you want to be different, you do have to know your strengths. Because where would you start? Where, I ask. Don't try to be Gucci, because Gucci's not even Gucci. Roger Davis is Roger Davis, and Gucci is Gucci. They're two different people. I don't know Jeezy's name. I think his real name is Jay. Jay and Jeezy, that's two different people. Don't try to be somebody. Don't try to be Scarface, because Scarface already exists. I can tell you the dangers of that because there's consequences to trying to be Scarface. You know why? Because Scarface did not survive that movie. Even if it's somebody that did survive the movie, you don't want to intake the energies of a fictional character, bro. You already know the energy of confidence. If you're not confident, you know how it feels to be confident. And if you don't know how it feels to be confident, remind yourself. Do something that you're confident in doing. Take that energy, build it up, and keep doing it and keep placing it inside your heart chakra, okay? And your third eye, okay? And your root chakra, okay? Don't try to be a fictional character. You can relive. I mean, you could be reborn. But you can't relive somebody else's life, especially if they never existed. Okay? Don't try to be another person that exists either. Don't try to be Gucci Mane, and don't try to be Roger Davis. Because they have karma attached to them, and they have life and they have death that you don't want inside your body. That's it, guys. It's Aaron Moses. I'm the bang, you the bang. We the bang together, man. Peace. Life is in the